Welcome back. With me now from the Brockville Municipal Accessibility Advisory Committee, I'm talking with Ann Greenwood. And I've got a lot of interesting questions, I believe, Ann, to ask you.
Okay.
So I do understand that this committee is, you're actually looking to add more members, are you not?
Yes, we always are looking for new members that for whatever reason, some have to drop off, that we try to keep the numbers up and different disabilities so we have a perspective right across the board.
Okay, so just explain to our viewers, what is the Brockville Municipal Accessibility Advisory Committee? What is it?
It is a a committee of council that it was established in 2002, according to the old Ontario Disability Act.
Okay.
That any community over 10,000 had to have a committee. I found out about it 3 months after it started. I started attending council meetings, and from there applied, and I've been on on this committee ever since. It's basically, we advise the city on their properties, their buildings, as to what needs to be done to make it accessible to everyone.
Okay.
That we've worked on things like the art center was our first project.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, we made it completely accessible, put in an accessible bathroom. We've got a lift now that will put you from the floor up onto the stage or down into the orchestra pit. So from there we went like to the library. We've done some work at City Hall, the Memorial Center, the youth arena. That we also work on curb cuts. And right now we're working on bus stops, trying to make them more accessible.
Oh, really? There's an issue with the bus stop.
Well, example, the one at Giant Tiger.
Okay.
There's no sidewalk, and there's no curb cut for anybody in a scooter or a wheelchair or a walker to safely get to the bus stop to wait for the bus.
Yes.
Another major one is up across from Food Basics.
Right.
They've got the pad there, but there's no way of getting up to the pad. So we have got them that when they do new subdivisions now, they are looking right from the day one as to how to make the stops accessible before they're even put in.
That's great. That is really,
we've been part of the transportation. We've helped advise on that. And we're working on the new ones now.
Oh, so that's what I was going to ask you. So the paratransit, you've actually had input?
Yes, we had Phil and Matt from City Works come over.
Yes.
They explained the initial vans they were thinking of, and we did not agree with them for safety reasons. Then at our next meeting, we wound up with the delegation of riders with their concerns. But at that point, they had not heard that we weren't getting those vehicles, and they were quite adamant. But no, we're going with the larger ones that you can stand up in, that have a lift, that have the railings. Everything will hold, I believe, 4 wheelchairs and up to 10 people.
So, Marian, what would be the problem with just an ordinary, like you said that Phil and the other gentleman came from the city, and they themselves had along with other people, have chosen some of the vehicles that they thought that could be ordered. So it was basically safety issues?
Well, they were going by what is being used in other communities.
Yes.
Us with the safety issue was there was no railing, it was a ramp.
Okay.
Somebody with a walker has balance problems already, so with going on a ramp, that was affecting balance. No railing, they couldn't grab onto.
Right.
You had to bend over to get into it, so there threw your balance off again.
Okay.
So it was a bit of a safety issue.
All right. Well, if people like myself, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't
Yeah.
understand, and I wouldn't know. That's why I'm asking you these questions.
Okay.
Is so that we are actually educating some of our viewers at the same time. So the new vehicles that are coming in, they have addressed your concerns.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Council was only going to order one large and one small. They came back to us. We said no. They need both to be big and full size, and they are ordering 2 full-size vehicles.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
So how do you, okay, you started off with the Brockville Arts Center. You
Yeah.
went down there and you actually did an audit, right?
Yes.
To see what was needed, what had to be changed, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
How do you find out about some of these places? Do people tell you and say, hey, Marianne, there's something wrong with this over here. I'm having trouble doing whatever with my motorized vehicle, whatever you call. Sorry, what are they called?
Scooters and wheelchairs.
Thank you,
yeah.
scooters. And so,
But we try not to concentrate on just those with
No.
a physical disability.
okay,
But the thing is, to be on the council or committee, you have to be a resident of Brockville.
okay,
So you use a lot of the facilities, you know what they are.
yes,
And with being on this committee, you pick one at a time to work on. And we chose the Art Center because it's most visible and it's most used. And it would showcase what BMAC could do. We turn around, call people in. That back then we had a budget,
Right.
so much a year,
yes,
to work on accessible issues. Now it's basically disability fines from people that don't obey the signs. We use those funds. So we're going more to the advisory than we are to actual projects.
okay, okay. So now you corrected me, and quite rightly so. It's not just about scooters. It's
Yes.
not just about wheelchairs. What else do you all also?
Hearing, blind. We do a lot of the tactile on the sidewalks now for those that have a cane that can feel the difference.
Yes.
The Art Center, you can get, I believe it's the headset with the
Right. Yeah,
hearing.
the hearing. Mm-hmm.
So for those that can't really hear what's going on.
Right.
So we try to accommodate, and that's why we prefer people on the committee that have different abilities so they can guide us
Yes.
as a committee
Yes.
as to what's needed.
Right.
That we used to have somebody from the CNIB there, not on the committee anymore.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay.
And
so
so we're
need-
always looking for new people.
Yes. So if I had all of a sudden something happened to my husband and he's in a wheelchair or whatever, and I'm not sure how to renovate my home to accommodate his needs, are you the people that I would go to and say, what do I do?
No, we can't tell the public what they have to do.
Okay.
We have been called in as an advisory as to what should be done
Okay.
to meet the act.
All right.
Because we were called in at the Y
Yes.
years ago, and we were called in a doctor's office. We couldn't tell them they had to do this,
This is
but
what
they
the
were
act
looking for
says.
directions.
Okay, okay, I understand you now. I understand. Yes. So, what does this prospective member of your committee? What does that person do in order to become a member?
There is an application you can fill out online, the city website. You can also go into City Hall to the Human Resources Office to fill out an application. Basically, you have to be a resident of Brockville. And
When do you have your meetings?
our meetings are the 4th Tuesday of every month at 1 o'clock
Where?
at City Hall in the council chambers. We try to meet once a month, but there are occasions that we can't. But And we try to educate that when Accessibility Week comes up, we try and do something during that week.
Yes, yes.
So we're starting to work on that now.
So, Marianne, are you finding that more places, that owners of businesses are recognizing that we have to do better for our people that are coming in to purchase from us? Are you finding that the owners are now realizing, you know what, that curb right there is a hindrance? We're going to have to do something about that?
Thinking is curbs are city property.
Oh, well, I probably
doesn't do
shouldn't
with the
have
business.
chose
I
that,
know.
but anyway.
But the ODA has even put down guidelines for businesses
Okay.
that the original act stated that everybody was supposed to be accessible by 2025 unless they could show undue hardship. So that there are directives both business-wise and city-wise
I see.
that we have to follow.
Right, right. Okay, I can understand that. Is there anything else that you want to tell our viewers about being a member on this Accessibility Advisory Committee?
They can come to our meetings. They're open to the public. Anybody
Okay.
can sit
Come.
in the gallery. They can't really say anything.
So they're just observing.
But they're observing and they're seeing what we're doing and what we're accomplishing.
Right.
I've been on it since it started, basically, that I get a great feeling of accomplishment of getting these things done. That we've done Hardy Park, getting in the washrooms, the accessible playground, that we have accomplished a lot. We got a long way to go, but
But it
I
takes
thoroughly
time.
enjoy what I do.
Good for you. And it does. It takes time for change and finances too to help with the change. So I can understand that. But thank you for being on this committee and for realizing that we have to do better to help our citizens.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate
Thanks
that.
for having me.